Dear students, we will read some more examples on quadratic equation. That examples will enhance your imagination, enhance your thinking power, and you can able to solve any problem will be asked in any examination in anywhere only by taking the unknowns to be x and find out the equation. The most important thing is all these questions are to prepare a right equation. If the equation is prepared correctly, then there is a possibility of 100% correct answer. If the equation is wrong, it is sure that the answer will also be wrong. So always be cautious or be conscious to form the right equation. Now let us start the example. The hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is 6 more than twice the shortest side. If the third side is 2 meters less than the hypotenuse, find the sides of the triangle. So what are the question? Hypotenuse. Suppose this is ABC is a right angle triangle, B angle is a right angle. So hypotenuse is AC. It is given the hypotenuse. Let the shortest side be x. Out of this, one is the hypotenuse is the biggest side, and either these two sides will be equal, then it will be 45, or one is less and the other is bigger. So the biggest one is the hypotenuse, and thereafter another one is the smaller and smallest. So let us the shortest, smallest or shortest side be x. Then hypotenuse 2x plus 6. The hypotenuse right angle triangle is 6 more than the twice the shortest side. So it is given the shortest side, it's twice, it's 2 times more than 6 more, it is the hypotenuse. So what will be the hypotenuse? It is twice the shortest side and more than 6. So it is obvious. You just trace out what is given, what you assume. You assume that the shortest side be x, then you got this. The third side is, if the third side is 2 meters less than the hypotenuse, find the sides of the triangle. Then the third side is less than 2 meters less. Less means deduct. Then the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is actually what is h? 2x plus 6. You get this, you get this. So what are these? Except the hypotenuse, what are the other sides? One was taken to be x, then the third side was 2x plus 4. So in a right angle triangle, only these two things you get. What is the equation now for you? You will get only one equation. Always remember that in quadratic equation you will get only one equation, but it is in the power of 2, and out of that you will get 2 solutions. Then that may one may be 2 may be applicable to your answer, or one may be discarded for certain causes, the other may be accepted. So always, now what is the equation? The equation is, we have not developed till now the equation. The equation is, in a right angle triangle, note that hypotenuse square is equal to the square of the other two sides. So hypotenuse square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. Hypotenuse square is equal to, what is the hypotenuse? What is the side 1? X square. What is the side 2? It is side 2 x plus 4 square. This implies, what is hypotenuse? 2x plus 6. This you just simplify. After simplification, you arrived at, this is the equation. This one is the most important. If this equation is correct, then you know to the formula, you apply that, you will find the result. If this equation is here wrong, then it will be different. You will not get the correct answer. So either by factorization or by b square minus 4ac. But if factorization will be easy, you just hear it is minus. So you have to take first number and second number should be minus. It is the only criteria. Then their product is 20. So 10 minus 2. 10 minus 2 is 8. 10 into 2 is 20. Okay. Now you put this one, you will get x is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to 10. Can the side be a minus figure? No. It is, your side is always a plus figure. You cannot get a side is, you cannot get side to be a negative figure. So x square minus 8 minus 20 0 is the original equation. It is the equation. Okay. It is the equation Now from this you solve by factorization, you get this minus means you should get by minus. Two numbers should be deducted. This is the only criteria. Now you get this, apply this, you get x is equal to minus 2, x is equal to 10. But you know that side cannot be minus. To discard this, so x will be 10 is the only solution required for us. Only solution applicable to us. Okay, this is not applicable in this case. Since a side cannot be a negative quantity, ignore minus 2, so the shortest side is 10. So what was x? X is taken the shortest side. Suppose it is x is equal to 10. Then it was 2x plus 6, that is equal to 26, and this is 2 less than the sides 2. Third side is h minus 2. This minus 2, it is 24. Is not it? X is equal to 10. Is 2x plus 10 is equal to 20. Third side is 10, 24. 10 square. Now this square, 10 square plus 24 square must be 26 square. But you know that there is a formula. What is the formula? You know the formula. 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. You should remember school. 5 square plus 12 square is equal to 13 square. If you multiply 2 into 5 square plus 2 into 12 square is equal to 2 into 13 square. So it is 10 square plus 24 square is equal to 26 square. Okay, the answer is correct. So our answer is correct. Okay. Now come to this another question. Solve this equation. It is equation is directly given, you will solve. How you will solve this? It is a root over form. Okay, you now square both sides. If you square both sides, this is a, this is b, let it is a, it is b, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this, take this to this side. Okay, this side. Then square both sides, squaring both sides. No, at this in this case, no root over term is there. It is abolished because after squaring that was vanished. Now finally we arrived at this equation. This equation transferred to this. Okay, final equation. It is a quadratic equation. Now apply that. Factorization is almost all easy. Just you have to apply your mind. In which way you will get this. Otherwise you apply d formula, d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Okay, d square plus minus root over, the formula is there. You remember this and apply this. Otherwise always try to solve through factorization. It is plus, so the two numbers must be added. Okay, and their product is 180 and their summation is 20. Very easy. 20 plus 8, 28, 20 into 8, 160. So the result is, this plus means this will be minus, this plus means it will be minus. Okay, it is, the other is, this is minus. Okay, it is also minus. So 20 plus 8 minus, it is minus here. Minus, both are minus. Okay, so x is 20, x is 8. Okay, the factors are x minus 20, x minus 8, 20. Now come to this. Now verify. So the numbers are 20. Now in this case, both numbers are applicable to us. There is no question of any to discard or there is some not possible, not feasible. Both numbers are feasible because there was no restriction. It was more than 8, it was more than 10, or it was a negative, positive. Nothing condition is given. So both answer to 8 and 20 are applicable. Verify. Verification. You just verify. First you take 8, 3. Ignore it. 20 into 8, 2 into 8 plus 9 it is 16 plus 9, 25 plus 8 is equal to 25 root over plus minus 5 plus 8 is equal to 5 plus 8 13 or minus 5 plus 8 13. Ignore this is possible because out of these two you apply this, take this one, this is also possible. The other one, if you take 20, this is also, ignore it, but 13 is, there is a possibility. Okay, so these two numbers are applicable, or these are the two solutions for this quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. First of all, if you looked at this, one will say that it is not a quadratic equation, but finally you rearrange it and get a quadratic equation. Suppose one more question will ask to you whether this is a quadratic equation or not. You have to simplify. You have to first try to abolish or delete or this root over or root 2. Then if you possible or if you get in this form, then it will be a quadratic equation. We will get a quadratic form. Okay, so initially it is outright you cannot say that it is not quadratic, but it can be transferred into a quadratic equation or quadratic form. Now find the value of k for which the given equation has equal roots k minus 12x square plus 2k minus 12 plus x into x plus 2 is equal to 0. For equal roots, what was the discriminant must be equal to 0. Otherwise it will not be equal, the roots will be not be equal, because if d will be 0, minus b plus minus root over of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. If this is not equal to 0, once plus will given one result, minus will given another result. So two different results you will get. But if this will be 0, this plus minus is meaningless. So only the minus b by 2, it is 2 times. Okay. So it equal roots, k minus b has equal root. What is the value? What should be the value of k? Now we apply this, it transfer into a quadratic form. Finally you get this. Okay. Now by factorization, what you will get factorization, how you will factorize the process is at outright. Suppose you are failed to separate 26 into two numbers plus, it is into. It is plus means you have to add these two. Now just to factorize. Then you just a little bit trial and error. You will get within 10 seconds or 20 seconds you will get the result. 2, 2, 2, 3, 7. But 14, 12. 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 12, 7, 2, 14. Or 14, 12 is 26. Okay. So this is the factorization. This should be the factorized criteria. How you will divide this? Okay. Now you divide this, you will get this. But k is 12. Then the coefficient of terms of x square and x becomes 0. Now a is equal to, what is this? A is equal to k minus 12. B is equal to 2k minus 12 because it is b. X, c is equal to 2. Now, but if k is equal to 12, so k is equal to 12 or 14. But if k is equal to 12, then the coefficient of the term x square and x becomes 0. Now, why this one further thing is required? Why not we are taking k is 12 and k is 14? If these two results are applicable here, whether we will get or any one result will be there, the other will be ignored, or other is not applicable or not possible, just to verify. You see that a, b, c, if a is equal to this, b is equal to this, c is equal to this, and if k is equal to 12, what will happen? A becomes 0. So if it is 0, it is no x square term is there. Or this also b is not equal to there. No x term is there. So plus 2 is equal to 0. What does it mean? Nothing. Okay, it is not possible. Okay, because for this condition, if there is no x square term, there is no x term, then how it will be equation, or how 2 will be 0? not possible. Okay, then the the result is 12. You just to verify if k is 12, then the coefficient of x 0 becomes 0 and 0 will hold no good. Hold no good means it will not satisfy our purpose. So ignore 12. So the value of k will be 14. We just to verify 14. 14 minus 12x square plus 14x, kx as a double root. X plus 1 square. X is equal to 1, x square is equal to 1. This implies x is equal to plus minus 1. But x plus 1 square is equal to 1 or 0. This implies x is equal to minus 1, because this means x plus 1, x plus 1. This is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to 1. Again, x plus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to 1. So, x is equal to 1 twice. Okay. So, this is the case. But x square is equal to 4. This implies x plus 2, x minus 2. X plus 2, 0. This is 0. This implies x is equal to minus 2. This implies x is equal to 2. Okay. X has two values, plus 2, minus 2, different values. But here it is the same values twice because it is in square form. Okay. Now, question number 10. The sum of reciprocals of Anjali's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. Find the present age of Anjali. So, it is given that always in this profit and loss always take the cost price. Similarly, in the age problem, always take the present age. So, let the present age of Anjali be x years. Now, the sum of reciprocals of sum. First, you come to this sum plus sign. Reciprocals means reciprocal of 5 is 1 by 5. Reciprocal of x is 1 by x. Means just 1 by the number. Reciprocal of a plus b is 1 by a plus b. So, the reciprocal means 1 by something. The reciprocal of Anjali's age 3 years ago. 3 years ago, x minus 3. Its reciprocal 1 by x minus 3. And 5 years from now. From now 5 years it will be more than 5 to x plus 5. And their reciprocals means and its reciprocal 1 by x plus 5 and their sum it is given, their sum is equal to 1 by 3 is given. It is the from this data we develop this condition, and from this you derive after simplification, cross multiplication, all this LCM, all these things you get final equation is this. It is the final quadratic equation. Okay, for this question, final quadratic equation. Now, how to solve this? Apply this, because very simple. Just you look at this. It is minus, so the terms will be deducted. 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 is equal to, for 7 into 3 is 21. So the result will be 7 minus 3. 7 is equal to 3. So age cannot be negative. So discard this. So only the age is 7. Now we verify 7, 3 years ago, 1 by 4, 5 years later, 1 by 12, and it is the LCM is 12, it is get 1 by 3. That is okay. Given you 1 by 3. Okay, so our result is correct. Question number 11. The product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. What are the numbers? What are these numbers? It is given that the consecutive numbers. Product of two consecutive positive integers. Two consecutive numbers. 5, 6, 10, 11. So, consecutive two integers. Consecutive means one is x, the other is x plus 1. Or x minus 1. Okay, if you are taking 10, the consecutive may be 9, 10, or the consecutive may be 10, 11. If you go to the right hand side numbers, it will be more than 1. If you take the previous number, it will less than 1. So, for simplification, let x plus 1. Okay, let x be the positive integer. Then its consecutive next number will be x plus 1. If you take explanation, there is no problem. But generally we are taking, if one will ask you, tell the next consecutive number of 10, it will be 11. Next word is there. But if one will ask you, what will be the consecutive number of 10? Maybe 9, maybe 11, okay? But for a tradition or in general, if it is given x, you take it is x plus 1. As per question, the product of two consecutive numbers, it is product dot, because x one already x even put this side, it will put you a confusion. So x, better take this and x plus 1. Okay, x plus 1. You take this. As per question, x into x plus 1 is equal to 306. What are these numbers? So it is now the equation you will form from this. You take this and this is the final equation. Final quadratic equation. Okay. Now the factorization method to solve this quadratic equation, always try to find out in the process of factorization. It will be easier because b square minus 4ac, so many square is there, a huge number is there, square to be done, a c to be multiplied, their root over is to be taken, so many things is to be done. But wherever it is possible, try to solve through factorization. You just know this. This is minus. You have to take two numbers minus. 18 minus 17. Or the easiest way is, this is the easiest way. How will factorize this? Then you will get that 17 is a prime number. So 9 to 18, 18, 17. 18 into 17, automatically this is, since it is factorized, 18 into 17 is 306 and their difference is 1. We have to take minus. So finally solve, after solving you will get the number is x is minus 18, or minus 18 is not possible, positive integer is given, positive integer, the other is 17, the other is 18. Okay, verification, you can just verify 17, 18, 18. What is their product? Given, it is already given. We have taken this. Okay. Sum of areas of two squares is this. If the difference of their perimeter is 24 meter, then find the sides of the squares. It is given the sum of areas of two squares is this. If the difference of their perimeter is 24 meter, then find the sides of the squares. Now if we take x and y are the sides of two squares, we will get equation in two variables, and since areas we obtained in x square and y square form, the equation will be a complicated one. So taking only one variable x, try to get the side of the other square in terms of x as follows. But suppose it is, as we are reading now, as I am now reading you about the quadratic, you should take that it will form a quadratic equation. But in general, when this question will be asked in the examination, how will know that you will get only one variable x and you will get a quadratic form, or you will get two x and y variable. If you take x and y two variables, their product will be, their areas will be x square and y square, and you will not get any completely linear two equations to solve two variables. Okay, if you try only 1 minute, you will get that you will not able to find out if you take x and y unknowns. So let x be the side of a square. Implies it is, its perimeter is 4x, because it is given that the squares, two square means it is not the x square, it is the square. Okay. If side is x, what is the area? Area is equal to x square. What is the perimeter? X means 4 into x. Okay, that is equal to 4x. Okay. Since the difference of the perimeters between the two squares is 24 meters, 4x, other one, their difference is the perimeter of the other. Perimeter of the other square. So either you can take this or you can also minus. If this one is bigger one, this is smaller one, this smaller one will be 24 less, given it is. If the difference of their perimeter is 24 meter, then find the sides of the square. So let us take the difference means you take the other to be the bigger one. Just for convenience, you take 4x, the other is 24. Okay, it is this perimeter of second square. Then what is its side? Divided by 4. 4x plus 24. If the perimeter divided by 4 is the side, what is this? X plus 6. Side of square 2. What is the perimeter of first? What is the side of first? Side of first square. So side of first square is x, side of second square is x plus 6. You derive this. Okay, you do not outright, you are not taking it is y. From this x you can derive this. Now what is the other thing is, what is the equation now? If their perimeter is 25 meter, if the difference of their perimeter is 25 meter, then find the sides of the square. What is the other is given? Sum of the areas of two squares. What is the areas sum is given. Okay. From this areas sum you can develop this. So what is the areas sum? One is x, it is sum area is x square. The other is x plus 4, x plus 6, x plus 6. Okay, x plus 6, x plus 6, x plus 6 square, and their summation x square plus x plus 6 square is what is 468. It is written x square x plus 6 square 468. You just solve this and you are getting this. It is the final quadratic equation. By factorization you just solve this and you are getting that the x is one is 8x, the other is one is 12, the other is 6 more, because if it is x plus 6, 6 more is 18. Just you verify what is the perimeter is 48, the perimeter 144. It is how much more? It is 24 more, 24 more, 72, 48, 24 more, it's 144, 468. Yeah, that summation is 30468. 8, 3, 468, 460. It is proved. Okay. A line segment AB is 8 cm in length. AB is produced to P such that BP square is equal to AB into AP. Then the length of BP is, short question. Suppose AB is 8 cm. AB is produced to P such that BP square is equal to AB AP. Then the length of BP is, let the length of BP be x. So what is the given data? What are the data are given? You just write here. Let the length of BP be x cm. Then the total length of AP is AB plus BP, that is equal to 8 plus x. According to the question, it is given that BP square is equal to AB. AB is 8 given into AP by the term of x we get 8 plus x. So it implies that BP square, BP is given x, taken as x, its square is x square is equal to 8 into 8 plus x, because 8 is this and total is 8 plus x. Now you get this one is the quadratic equation. You just apply D formula because it is a bigger number. You can also factorize this, but for the timing you take whichever it will be easier, you apply that. Do it in rough, okay, because you will find this, you will not get factorized easily because it is a root over irrational number. Always factorization is rational, we are taking the rationals, it is easy, but to factorize it taking irrational factors, it is not possible to by the method of factorization, very difficult. If possible, but it will take much more time. So just a little bit you apply that, you will not get an factorization, you just apply your D formula, and you find the result. मोबाइल नहीं थी कि अच्छा छुआ ये जो कटिगला हाँ ये मुझे बर्तमान डिलीट कर देमी तो x square minus 8x minus 64 is the required quadratic equation. Now you take the help of discriminant D, you get this, and finally you arrive at the result. For it is negative, segment cannot be 1 minus root 5 is negative. Why? 1 minus root 5 is less than 0 because root 5 is greater than 2. Root 5 is greater than 2, 1 minus root 2 is less than 0. So only the factor is for 1 plus this is the option is the correct answer for 1 plus root 5. C for root 5 for 1 plus root 5, 1 plus root 5. Okay, this is the result. You can also verify. While finding roots through D, clearly write the quadratic in the form of x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and also write the value of a, b, c and put it in D. This may take half 2 minutes extra time, but no mistake will be there at all. Always write, always don't mentally you take this, always write a is equal to this, b is equal to this, c is equal to this, then you solve this. Okay, always in your rough, always take this help of this. Now, does there exist a quadratic equation whose coefficients are all distinct irrationals but both the roots are rationals? Does there exist a quadratic equation whose coefficients are all distinct irrationals but both the roots are rationals? Means let us take a quadratic equation root 3x square minus 7 root 3x plus 12 root 3 is equal to 0. Everywhere there is root 3. You may take common root 3. Okay, since it is 0, you take the root 3 common, then it will be x square 7x plus 12. So automatically the coefficient will be the integers. No irrational numbers is there. But for this time being, if the equation is written in this form, it is irrational numbers. Okay. Here all the coefficients I minus a, b, c are different. Moreover, the roots are 3 and 4. Note, if we look to equation 1, it is seen that in x square minus 12, k is root 3 is multiplied. In polynomial, we know that if you multiply, then the same solution will be there. Also, the same solution put that to a quadratic equation with any rational roots can be transferred to a quadratic equation with irrational coefficients by taking k to be an irrational number. For any rational roots, you can form a irrational quadratic equation like this. Okay, in the above case, has roots 3 and 4, implies this as also the same roots 3 and 4, this implies a rational roots. So, does there exist a quadratic equation whose coefficients are all distinct irrationals? All distinct irrational coefficients are root 3, 7, root 3, 12, distinct, all are distinct, irrational, but both the roots are rational. It is possible to form this. Okay, it is through an example, it is given. Now, 15. If x is equal to in this type, then find the quadratic equation and solve it. Now, we know that this has no meaning. If you deduct infinity plus infinity is equal to infinity, infinity minus 1 is equal to infinity, infinity plus 1 is equal to infinity. Whatever there, it is, since it is undefined, a big number, so if minus 1 plus infinity minus 1, every time it is the same infinity. So let given x to be this, implies x is equal to this, take this to be x, again take this to be x. If you are taking that root 5 plus root 5 plus root 5, x is equal to this, then if you only 5, if you take this one, then it will be less than 1. Suppose it has 5, it has y numbers, then deleting this, besides this it is y minus 1, it is 1. So total is y numbers. But up to infinity means if you leave this one, how many remaining? It is infinity minus 1, say, because one number is already taken outside. But what is the meaning of infinity minus 1? Again it is infinity. So you apply this rule. So x is equal to root 5 plus x, because up to this is x, root 5x. You squaring both sides, you are getting that x is equal to this, plus minus this. Okay. So it is a typical type of question. You just remember this, how to solve this. Now assertion is this, I will taught you the assertion and reason. The assertion and the reason, the question will be asked, and the case study will be taught after the completion of arithmetic means, and that will be taught in the next class. For the timing, the quadratic equation was completed. Thanks to all. Okay.